What's up, guys? This is Brandon, and we're back again for Mindset Monday. And this week in Mindset Monday, we're going to be talking about something I've been encountering a lot with my clients and also in my reading. So sometimes when I encounter things in multiple places in my life, I feel like it's worthwhile to talk about them and kind of bring them to this forum here. And the idea that I want to bring forward is that what we think is selflessness is often selfish in the sense that we think that we're doing for others, but that work that we're doing by not putting ourselves first is actually hurting the people around us and actually moving us further away from the things that we want. Now, this often comes up with a lot of clients, especially parents or people that have a lot going on in their lives, where they'll put themselves very low on the order of priorities in their life. Kids come first, or work comes first, or relationships come first, and they often come last, and that's why they end up coming to see me in the first place. Their health has suffered, or they're not feeling that well, and they're looking for a way to sort of re-engage. But the reality is that until you start to prioritize yourself or prioritize your health, none of the things that you're looking for are going to fall into place. And here's what I mean. Now, there's a tendency to think that if you are in a leadership position, or you're a parent, which obviously is a leader, or any of the other responsibilities we take in our life, this idea that leaders eat last, right? That we have to put ourselves behind the people that we're responsible for. But in reality, if you're not well, you're not healthy, you're not thinking clearly, you can't actually take care of the people around you. So here's an example. I have a client that recently came into our studio, and he was sharing how he has 3 kids at home, and he's very, very busy, and he's also he has a business that he runs and numerous other responsibilities. And he wants to make sure he takes care of the business, the people that work for him. He wants to make sure he obviously takes care of his family. But he went to the doctor, and the doctor started to notice some early warning signs of sort of a health breakdown. There was excess body weight, sort of elevated blood pressure, things like that. So this client came in and came in to talk to us at the studio, and we started speaking with him and understanding exactly, where health fell on his priority list. And as we went through things, everybody else seemed to come first but him. And now on the surface, this can seem like a very selfless act, right? Putting others before you, taking care of them, filling their cup. But in reality, if you become unwell, you end up in the hospital, or you're just not feeling your best, how well can you actually serve those people in your life that you're responsible for? And this is the conversation we started to have. And now a lot of this is counter to sort of our inclination to take care of others first. But here's what you need to understand. The best version of you is the version that's going to be most helpful to other people. The healthy version, the clear-headed version, the happy version, that's the version that's going to go out and be able to have the most positive impact. So the person that doesn't get good sleep because they're working too much, that isn't overall physically healthy or mentally healthy, they're not going to be able to truly show up for the people and things in their life that are really important. And this experience and many similar others with clients over time aligns with some things that I've been reading recently, right? So there's a author named Naval Ravikant, and his whole sort of belief system around this is that people have to put themselves first. And this means if you're sick, you don't work, you get well. In your day, you make sure that you attend to physical and mental health before you go help your children, or you help produce work, or whatever it is that you're responsible for. And now I know this might sound extreme or counterintuitive to the way that we're brought up to believe that, when we're responsible for someone or something, that thing must take precedent over ourselves. But what I've noticed time and time again, and the other coaches that I work with have noticed, the people that end up being the healthiest and also doing the most for the people in their lives are the ones that are able to draw these boundaries, right? They're able to say, hey, I will take care of you, but I have to take care of myself first, not only in word, but in action. Meaning that if someone's calling their phone when they're at the gym, they don't answer it. Meaning that if someone tries to schedule an appointment during their workout, they don't attend to it. If someone tries to keep them out late at night when they have to be up early the next morning for something to keep them healthy, they don't go out, right? They set those boundaries. So words are great, but they're often hollow. It's really the people that are making the commitment with their actions that are actually able to show up and be more present and more impactful. And we know this is a lot easier said than done because we have so much hard wiring. But I think it's important to reflect. Are you truly at your best in serving others when you aren't serving yourself first? And so the way I'd like you to think about this and analyze it is, when's the last time you said no to something that somebody asked for, whether explicitly or implicitly, right? Did you say, hey, I can't go to that, I need to rest? When's the last time that you said that, right? Consider that question. Also the question, how many times in the recent past have you done something that you didn't really want to do because you thought it would benefit someone you cared about, right? And has that person returned it in kind? When's the last time that you did something just for yourself by saying no to something someone else wanted that you cared about, right? Now, I know that these things can seem harsh or that you're being selfish, but in reality, your ability to fill your own cup allows you to then go out and fill it for others, right? And I know that there can sometimes be conflicting responsibilities, but the best way to think about it is this. Who you are as a person has to be fed in order for you to feed others, both in the figurative and literal sense, right? So what this looks like is making time each day for yourself to recharge, whether that's 10, 15 minutes, whatever allowable, finding that time to attend to your health, both physical and mental, and do something that makes you happy, right? Now, I don't have kids. I know that's an overwhelming time responsibility in a weight that I can't fully appreciate, but at the same time, I understand the inclination to want to care for someone else ahead of yourself. But if you're not healthy, you're not well, you're not going to be able to care for anyone else at all. And so I urge people that are watching this, consider how much effort it might take to just put aside 30 minutes of your day just for yourself. First thing in the morning often works best for our clients because they're able to get up a little bit earlier than everyone else, to read, to journal, to exercise, to just breathe and do something they enjoy, and fill up sort of that emotional cup to then go out and serve others. Burnout is very real, and it comes often to the people that are most selfless with their time and poor with their boundaries. So in order to take action on this, you need to say no to people. You need to be selfish with your time to yourself so that you then can be selfless to others. Now, there's not one size fits all, but we can say generally for most people, the people that make time for themselves daily, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, tend to be healthier and happier, and therefore by extension able to go out and help others. So as I conclude this video, I want you to think about, when's the last time you said no when you didn't want to do something that was for somebody else? When's the last time you set aside time for yourself? And do you have a regular time throughout the week or the day that you reserve for your health, prioritizing yourself, exercising, eating well, things like that? If you can't answer in the affirmative to these questions, if you can't think of the last time you said no, it might be time to reevaluate how you're prioritizing and setting boundaries with people. Now, as always, if you have any questions about this, make sure to drop them in the comments. I don't have any of the answers. I don't have all the answers rather, but I don't have some of the answers for you. But I'll always be able to have conversations, always go back and forth, and always interested to learn from you guys as well. So if you have any comments, concerns, thoughts, or you want to keep the conversation going, make sure you drop that in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Mindset Monday.